Hi folks, so it's about 10:30. It is 10:21 Tuesday, 51 degrees there, 51 here. No, my batteries aren't charged because it's raining outside, and 10 degrees Celsius. So there we are. Welcome to Tuesday. Well, woke up and it's raining, so couldn't get a lot done outside. And I got this really bad cold. So what does that mean? That means it's time to try to start up an eBay engine to figure out if it's a winner or a loser, and stand out in the rain and do it, because if anybody's going to be a moron, it might as well be me. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was another engine and frame sitting here right alongside this one. Well, I took the frame down, pulled the engine off of it, put the engine over there for now, and slammed on that eBay 185. So there it is. I timed up the ignition, made sure the flywheel was in the right place, and then set the CDI to it. I had to put the CDI in it. By the way, the flywheel, there are 4 bolts in it. There you go, there's 4. 4 bolts in it that hold the fan and clutch basket on. 2 of those 4 bolts were broken. I assume he broke them when he was trying to pull the flywheel. The other 2 are there, so I just used them. I did not change the CDI or the stator behind the flywheel, because I don't need it for my portable ignition box. And more than that, I want to see what kind of shape the engine's in before I go through all that. This is kind of close quarters, and forgive me for that. I'm just going to attempt to give it a quick fire up. We'll see what happens. Once again, the visuals aren't going to be great, but you guys will get to see a little something and hear things. Like if I catch fire, you'll be able to see me dance around on flames. So, turn on my portable CDI box. This particular carburetor, it's a Keihin that I rebuilt, and it's off a 200E, which has a cable up here for setting the choke. So the choke wants to turn itself off unless I hold it, but it's hard to hold and pull the string at the same time. So I gotta take this hand here, if you can see it, and kind of put it into the carburetor and hold the choke on while I pull the string. Well, let's see what happens. By the way, don't try this at home. Well, you guys can see she runs. She does smoke a little bit, and that might be because he left it full of oil and turned it upside down while it was shipped to me. Also, the oil looked pretty trashy, but I just fired it up on what was in there just to make sure she was going to start, and it does. So though it does smoke, and I think it is going to smoke a little bit from the looks of the exhaust port. It looked like she was going to be a bit of a smoker, but that's okay. I don't care if they smoke, right? What is that, a 1983? So it's 30, I don't know, 30-something years old, 31 years old. At 31, I guess you're old enough to smoke. So here's the building. You could see it's got roof all the way across it. Right, nice and dry under here. I even just left my radio and so forth. You can hear the rain on the roof. Obviously I gotta work on this foundation, make that better. What I did with the end piece, rather than cut it, I just overlapped it quite a ways. Didn't seem to hurt anything. So yeah, I just went with the major overlap. If I would have planned better, I could have overlapped it a few times hard, rather than overlap that like 3 of these things. I could have overlapped it 1 and then, you know, used another 1 further down. But obviously it doesn't seem to be leaking. Right now, nothing's running along the wall. I did not abut this right up against the wall. There's about an inch of space. I did that deliberately for a few reasons. Airflow, right? Keep the air moving. Reason number 1. Reason number 2, it's really not allowed to be part of the house. If it is part of the house, it's supposed to be separated. So like if the building inspector swung by, I'd have to make sure I took that brace off over there. And even with that, he, you know, 6 times 22 is like 130, 140 square feet. This is bigger than the 110 or the 100 square foot that I'm allowed. So, you know, depending on why he was here, he may or may not give me grief for it. I mean, I could claim that this is, you know, 6 times 11, 66, and then this one's 6 times 11, another 66, right, and claim that I'm undersized, but chances are he won't agree with me. He'd say, yo, you need 2 of these in the center and break them up, and he'd probably also give me trouble because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many sheds are you allowed, right? So anyway, there we are. This week is my short week, 2 11s. So hopefully I'll get up and I'll be feeling better and I'll get a video out for Friday. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and you can probably hear from my voice that it's getting worse. A lot worse. Yeah, it seems to be settling into my chest, so it's probably becoming bronchitis. So whenever you feel a cold coming on and bronchitis and all that, make sure that you build a shed, and make sure that you go out in the rain and try to get junky engines from eBay started, because that's important to do, right? You got to do that, right? A man's got to do stupid things or he's not a man. I have to put another brace in here, right? I got to finish screwing this down. Obviously I want to level this out, probably bring in some gravel. I got to, you know, fill this, get some gravel in. Probably I'm going to just do blocks across there. Once again, I wanted to get it up to make sure that it all stayed dry. I don't know how much you guys work with kiln dried wood or even non-kiln dried wood. It seems that if you don't put it up fairly quickly, it warps all the hell. Literally, I've seen in a matter of days these 2x6s, they become like propellers. They literally twist like corkscrews. So one wants to get them nailed up and braced and so forth as quickly as you can. So I guess this is about it. Once again, I should be back Friday. Thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Thanks to all the advice I get. And as a matter of fact, I have to ask the question, about metric threaded nuts, and I need some details before I can ask it. I think some of you guys would probably know the answer. I don't, so I've been asking the machinist types at work, and they don't seem to know the answer, but I'm sure one of you guys out there is smarter than all the rest of us here, and we'll be good. Okay, remember, keep your feet down, keep your head up, live, love, and have a great time, and enjoy all your days. Don't waste any days. Even if you're not feeling well, go out and play with an engine, go build a shed, go annoy the hell out of somebody. Just go do something, have some fun. Take care now, folks.